Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, and in this episode we begin by just finishing off the Shinra building. In fact, we pretty much have finished it. We speak to Tifa here, we have a little conversation, and then we make our escape. We meet up with the rest of the party down in the lobby area, and for those who play Final Fantasy VII, this is where we get our little action sequence, our movie action sequence. So the Shinra aren't particularly thrilled with our past activities in previous episodes, and they're pretty much out to get us now. So we have a little conversation here with Barrett where we get a little bit soppy with Ares. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Right, enter Tifa. Don't worry, Cloud's coming. Now that he's got some style anyway. Get a funky little sequence here. And we're about to start a little mini game, which I'll explain. Well, I say it's a mini game. If you fail at it, I think you have to start it again. So make sure that you know what you're doing before you begin. It's probably a good idea. And we're away. And after the minigame we do have a boss as well, so we do need to set that up. So this basic game involves attacking soldiers on your left and right from your bike. So you can attack on your right, which if you're using the default controls on the Xbox pad is the green OK button to attack to the right, and the left shoulder button to attack to the left, the LB button. Okay, so first things first, we need to set up some materials. So we're going to start just by removing everything and starting again. Nobody's got anything anyway by the looks of it. You can, by the way, set up your party if you don't want Cloud, Barrett and Tifa, which is the default setting. You can bring Ares and Red 13 into the fray, if you so wish, for the boss fight. I also recommend putting your melee fighters into the back rank, since the boss fight that we undertake starts as a back attack. Barrett doesn't really matter, he can stay there since he's a ranged user. And you're going to want a couple of restores if you've got them. I think I've still only got the one, haven't I, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, if you've got a couple of restore materials, make sure you equip them, along with some lightning. We're going to give Tifa the lightning materia. I really should have two by now, but I haven't actually brought any. You don't need to equip it with all, since the boss fight is a single enemy. Enemy skill still pretty useless, but it does come into play a little bit later, so make sure you keep that safe. And to be honest, I think that's all we really need to do. Guess we could give Barrett some materia, although there's really no point since he's going to mainly use his weapon. We'll give him not fire, we'll give him ice. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the party. So I think we've done everything we need to do. You might want to bring Ares in for her healing. In fact, I'll tell you what, I am going to bring Ares in. Oh, sorry, I know this is annoying. We've got to take Tifa's material off first. And now we'll bring Ares in. Where are we? Cancel. just so we can use her healing wind ability, since we've only got one cure materia. I doubt we'll even need it, but you never know. We'll keep her at the front rank now, so she'll stay at the back rank. Give us some materia. Lightning. Ares is probably got the highest magic stat in the game at this particular moment as well. She can have a sense, I don't think we'll use it, mind. And we'll give Cloud the cover materia. That'll help build his limit break up a little bit faster as well. Which it almost is. And I think we're done, so press the start button when you're ready to begin. You can't control the camera angle or anything like that. Don't worry if this annoys you. It is pretty much the only time in the game where you need to do this game, mini game. And it's not exactly easy to control either. You can play it again optionally later if you want, but I don't see why you really want to. You can see all the health bars for the party as well. Obviously you don't want to drop them. The blue ones are the weak ones. There does seem to be some little cooldown as well on your attack ability. You can't just spam it. It's about a half a second cooldown. The red ones seem to be good at dodging as well. But we've got them. To be honest, it seems easy just to crash into them. Or at least sometimes it does. It does go on for a few minutes, so... The annoying thing as well, I did forget to mention, you want to take as little damage as possible, because the boss fight begins immediately after this minigame, and I'm pretty sure you start with the health that you have at the end of this. So as you can see, Barrett's going to be starting with a little less health at the moment than as would Cloud. Now, I could be wrong on that because I'm going off memory, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Just try and get these off the truck. You can slightly control your forwards and backwards movements with the directional pad as well, but you don't have to accelerate or anything. Yeah, that's an annoying camera angle, that is. I don't know why it does that. Let's try and get this red biker down. Ah, and there's the boss. Just on time. By the way, I forgot to mention, if you managed to get the elemental materia earlier on, then you'll definitely want to equip that in your armour with the fire materia on at least one, well, on one character. That'll pretty much reduce all the damage they take on this fight by half. So Barrett took a little bit of damage, but nothing to worry about. And as you can see, we start with a back attack, which is the reason why we switched the ranks of the party members. This boss has got 2,600 health, which is quite high actually. Ah! The sensitivity of this thing just drives me nuts. And his attacks hurt, which is why I was telling you to do a little bit of grinding in the Shinra building. I didn't actually do that much. Right, let's change him back. But this guy has some evil attacks, he really does. I don't know why I gave Cure to Cloud, that was quite a bad idea. Probably should have given it to Ares, since she's the best magic user. Twin Burner's quite nasty, I think it does damage to them all. So Barrett's limit break, we'll be using that. And hopefully Ares' limit break will crop up soon for the next heal that we need to do. Since we only have one all per battle at the moment, until it levels up. Go for standard attack now with Cloud. And we'll just go for standard attack with Barret, I think. That will do nicely. So yeah, his twin burner attack's pretty much his most dangerous attack because it's AoE. But other than that, he just have some single target nasty attacks as well that you might want to be aware of. But as you can see, this isn't really a challenge so far. Rolling Fire, I forgot about that. That is nasty, that's 250 points almost. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to heal from that. And that's why I've got Ares in the group. We can now use Healing Wind. Oh, and now he's doing double attacks, which is really mean. But Barret's got another limit break. So I'm not complaining. We don't want to be missing at this point in the game. So yeah, it's that rolling thing that we want to avoid if we can. The elemental fire really does help, to be honest. Taking half damage from most of his attacks is pretty darn useful. If he's not dead, then after this we'll get to use Cloud's limit break. But he is, so we don't, what a shame. So not a particularly challenging fight, but definitely tougher than anything we've faced so far, I think. And we should get a nice star pendant for that, and a little bit of experience too. And with that boss down, it's time to say goodbye to Midgar. Finally. Okay, so it's goodbye to Midgar for now. We will return later, but not until much later. There's nothing else you can really do, so you may as well go. Ah, poor Barret. Now, you've only got to go to one town, and then your party will meet up again, so it doesn't really matter who you choose. But I'm going to stick with Barret and Ares for now. I do like Ares' limit break, so... And this is our first introduction to the world map. Something which Final Fantasy games don't really have anymore. But they always used to. And you do get random encounters, so you might very well want to do a little bit of grinding. I say might, you might not. And as these are mechanical enemies, I'll be happy to carry on using Bolt. I'm kind of hoping that Cloud's going to learn his next limit break very shortly. He's used Blade Beam quite a few times now. One thing I must remember to do, actually, is fix the order. We want Cloud back there, and I think you can take Barrett back since he's a ranged user, and Ares as well. And what else do we need to do? I just want to take the all materia off that. We'll give him steel, and we'll give Ares... Oh, we didn't need to take the all off, look. Got a few of those. I still want him to have steel though. And I guess we can give Barrett and all materia also. And we'll give him poison as well, we're not levelling that up, and fire. Don't think there's any enemy skills, but we'll equip it anyway. One of the advantages of the world map is that you can now save anywhere. You don't need a save point. Downloading save files, let it do that in the background. Sometimes that lags, which is a bit frustrating. There's the town we're heading to, Calm. But as I mentioned, you might want to do some fighting first. In fact, I do think I'm going to do that, just to level them up a little bit, our characters. And I'm not going to make you watch it though, so I'll see you in a few minutes once I've got a bit of experience. One thing I do want to show you is this creature, which is the custom sweep, I think it's called. Make sure you have one of your characters equipped with the enemy skill materia, and you can actually learn your first enemy skill, which is Matcha Magic. And you get that simply by having the character equipped with the enemy skill materia while the mob or the monster casts that skill. So as you can see, I've already learned it. I just learned it at the start of this fight when this enemy cast it. But the other thing I am doing is trying to steal a new weapon for Barrett called the Atomic Scissors. It's a pretty good upgrade, and it saves you having to buy him a new weapon in the town we're about to visit. The only thing is, it's got a really low steal chance, and I think that's Matcha Magic. That's the skill we've just learned. But anyway, I think I've tried to steal this weapon now about 20 times, maybe even a bit more than that, and I've still had no luck. I've used Ares' healing wind limit break about 3 times already, so it's become a right pain in the neck, to be fair. And I still haven't stole it. I did start the battle with 2 of these, but I managed to dispatch one quite easily, since they do quite a bit of damage, especially when you're in for long battle. And the annoying thing is I've kept Cloud with the cure materia, which means I have to lose a round of stealing in order to cast cure. But with that said, hopefully Ares' limit break should build up for the 4th time. There we go. I think without further ado we're going to do that now. And I've cast that a few times, so you never know, she might actually learn her next limit break after this, which I think is Seal Evil, and it's quite an interesting and useful limit. Situational, but useful. Come on, please give me these things. Yes, there we go. Wow, that was a chore. I'm going to use Cloud's limit break because I want him to learn his next level as well. So just skip over Barrett for the time being. So the Atomic Scissors are a powerful weapon for Barrett. The only thing is... yeah, we've got Seal Evil. They are actually a melee weapon. Believe it or not, so we do need to put him in the front row. Let me just check. He had this all gun. Okay, so he pretty much doubled his damage, which is nice. See if I can save my game now as well. Yes. I do like to try and save my game often. It's like a little bit of OCD, just in case there's a computer crash or something. But anyway, I'm just going to do a little bit more grinding. I just wanted to show you that enemy and the couple of things you can get from it. And I will see you over in Calm in just a moment. Okay guys, well in fact what I'm going to do, I've just leveled up my characters by 1 level. It all helps. I'm going to leave the episode there because I know I've only reached 20 minutes and I do like to try and make them about half hour in length. But the next section, when we enter the new town, is quite a long story section. So I want to try and do all that in the next episode if we can. So with that said, I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Fuzzfinger. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.